Welcome. We are discussing about the chapter number 4, that is air. We have already discussed about the composition of it. Today we will discuss about the structure of the atmosphere. Before going to the structure of the atmosphere, what is the meaning of the structure of the atmosphere? Before knowing that, we will recap what we have learned once again. So in the last video we have discussed that the composition means by which the atmosphere is composed. So what we have got? We have got the some of the important gases, those which are very much related to the composition of it. We have discussed about the importance of water vapor as well as also dust particles in the atmosphere. Now today we will discuss about the structure of it. What is the meaning of the structure? Structure means in what way the atmosphere has been created or in what way it is arranged. That we are going to discuss today. So very first we have to keep in mind at the time of structure of the atmosphere we will see there are 4 layers or 5 layers of it. So what are the layers? Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere are there. So look at the structure what is given over here. The first layer from the Earth's surface, it is troposphere, next one the stratosphere, next one the mesosphere, next one thermosphere and last one is referred as the exosphere. So we are seeing that which manner it is being arranged. We are saying this is arranged in the way of the layers. So there are many layers. Generally the density of the layers decrease at the time of going to the upper side. We can also see there are the different kinds of elements, means the different gases are also present over there. They have the specific characteristics. Now we will learn about them step by step. So today's discussion topic is the structure of the atmosphere. So at the time of giving the answer related to the structure, you have to write down about the, you have to say about the layers of the atmosphere. But if you'll get the composition of the atmosphere, that time you have to say by which the atmosphere is made up. So now the first one, the troposphere. What is the meaning of the troposphere? What is the characteristics of the troposphere? We will see this one. Troposphere is the lowermost, so it is most densest layer of the air, layer of the atmosphere. Every kind of weather phenomenon, climatic phenomenon, all these are found only in troposphere. In the troposphere we can see occurrence of rainfall, formation of cloud, next one wind, as well as also the storm, they used to occur in this particular portion. Troposphere is the most densest. What is the reason behind the density, maximum density it is found in the troposphere? The reason is mainly that the troposphere it is located at last, at the bottom. So which is located in the last position, which is located lowermost strata, lowermost layer. Obviously there is the pressure from the upper sides. So that is why we can see there is huge concentration or the huge density of this particular area. So troposphere, what are the characteristics of the troposphere? One by one we are going to learn about it. First of all, we have to keep in mind this is a layer where we can see with the increase of the height there is decrease of the temperature. I think this already you have heard that there is increase of the height and there is gradually decrease of the temperature. Troposphere is the lowermost layer at the atmosphere. Its average height it is the 13 kilometer. Its average height it is the 13 kilometer and extends roughly to a height of 8 kilometer near the poles. So you have to keep in mind it is extended up to the 8 kilometer near to the polar region. and average height of this is the 13 kilometer. 18 kilometer height it is also found near to the equator. Thickness of the troposphere is the greatest at the equator because heat is transported in the great heights. Next one, the temperature in the layer decreases at the rate of 1 degree for every 165 meter of the height. So what we will see? We will see also that there is decrease of the temperature, already I told you, that is 1 degree Celsius for every 165 meter of height. If we go to the upper portion, obviously we will see that each and every 165 meter there is decrease of the height, and it is also the most appropriate portion in which the life can exist. All the biological forms, most of the important layer for the biological activity we used to see in this particular portion. Due to the presence of the dust particles, due to the presence of the water vapor, we used to see the formation of cloud in this section. Next one, we are going to the stratosphere. What is the meaning of the stratosphere? What is referred as the stratosphere? Stratosphere is found above the tropopause. Tropopause, you are saying that the tropopause is here. Tropopause means the boundary or the particular division between the stratosphere and troposphere, that is referred as the tropopause. So beyond the tropopause, which is there, that is referred as the stratosphere. So stratosphere, what is the characteristic of the stratosphere? Stratosphere, it is mainly the next layer of the atmosphere which is totally free from the any kind of climatic phenomenon, as there is no dust particle. And this particular section, it is extended mostly up to the 50 kilometer from the ground level. And here we can see that this particular layer, it is very much calm. There is no such activity which is related to the climatic condition, which is related to the weather. That is why it is most appropriate place, most appropriate layer regarding the flying of aeroplanes. So dear students, what we have seen? We have seen the importance of troposphere, why it is important. So some points regarding it. It is important for the biological activity. It is also has the immense importance on the climatic condition. What is the reason behind it? The reason mainly associated to the availability of dust particles, water vapor, and most of the life-saving gases, they are found here. That is why it is most important for the biological activities as well as also the climatic condition of the place. The climatic changes are also found in the troposphere only. Next one, between the troposphere and the stratosphere, there is a pause. What is the meaning of the pause? That is known as the tropopause. Once again, you will see that there is also another pause between the stratosphere and mesosphere. What is the meaning of this pause? Pause, literal meaning to stop something after getting some interval, that is referred as the pause. But here the pause means the boundary. So there it is very difficult to make that the clear-cut division, clear-cut boundary between the troposphere, stratosphere or different layers. But almost from which line or almost after which extent we usually see that the difference in the characteristics of the atmospheric layer, that is referred as the pause. So the first pause means the first boundary between the two layers from the Earth's surface. It is known as the tropopause. So tropopause, what is tropopause? If you also ask the question, what is tropopause? Tropopause is the boundary between troposphere and stratosphere. I think it is clear to you what is the meaning of tropopause. So after tropopause, after crossing this, you can also see that you are seeing this diagram. So look at what is the uh, meaning of the stratosphere. Now we will discuss what are the characteristics of the stratosphere. Now we are going to discuss it. So first of all, we have to keep in mind stratosphere is the next layer of the Earth's atmosphere, which is extends up to 50 kilometer from the surface. So from where we are counting the distance, we have thickness, that is from the Earth's surface. We are discussing this. It is extended up to the further 50 kilometer from the from the ground level. So what is the other characteristics? This stratosphere, it is also it is also that one of the most important layer, because it consists also ozone layer. What is the significance? The first significance, it contains the ozone layer at the end of it, means near to the stratopause we usually get there is the existence of the ozone layer. What is this? Ozone layer is such layer which usually help us to reduce the possibility of entry of the different ultraviolet rays from the sun, means those which are the harmful section of the sun rays, they usually get restricted in by the ozone layer. So at the time of entry of the sun rays, the portion those which are not fruitful to us, those which are harmful, they usually get filtered. So it acts as like as an umbrella. It acts as like as a filter through which the after purification the sun rays they enter into the next layer, or it reaches to the surface. Next one, it also has the immense importance to the aeroplanes, or for flying the aeroplanes or the jets. It is very much important. Now the question, why? Because this particular stratosphere do not contain any type of dust particles. There is no dust particles, no water vapor, for which there is also no occurrence of rain, there is no occurrence of climatic phenomenon. That is why we used to see in this particular section very calm situation used to remain all over the year. So all around the year there is no climatic change, there is no such particular condition in which the aeroplanes they cannot be flight. So there is such characteristics for which it is also an important portion for what, for the aeroplanes or to fly the aircraft. Next one, another characteristics, with the increase of the height there is gradual increase of the temperature once again. So in the first layer troposphere, what we have seen? We have seen there is gradual decrease of the temperature with the increase of the each and every 165 meter in height. But here we will see once again temperature is going to be increased. Friends, you have learned this one, that in the stratosphere aeroplane can fly. What is the reason? Once again try to understand. The aeroplanes they used to fly, or the jets they used to fly in this particular area, because throughout the year there is no climatic change. So without any obstacle it can fly very smoothly. Next one, there is also no chance of the collision with the birds. There is no chance of the decay of the exterior of the aeroplanes, as there is no existence of dust particles. So in this particular section we can fly the aeroplanes very smoothly due to the non-availability of biological activities
no existence of life in this particular section, and obviously we have to keep it mind this there is no climatic change as there is no dust particle, no water vapor. And next one, why it is important? It is important due to the availability of the umbrella like structure, filter like structure. Filter is also present to purify the sun rays. Means sun rays they usually get entered through the ozone layer after absorbing of its almost the harmful sections. So what you can understand what is the immense importance of it. Without the existence of this atmosphere, it is very difficult to get that the appropriate condition in which we can live, we can sustain the life very easily. You may heard also that ozone layer nowadays it is getting depleted. Means in the there are many portions, many holes has been created, which due to the human activities, that very particularly due to the temperature, increasing of the increasing of the greenhouse gases. We will discuss about it later on. I will make other different section, different video. I will make a separate video on it, that is related to what are the causes for the greenhouse gases, which are referred as the greenhouse gases, etc. We will discuss. But what is the present condition? Due to the increasing pollution, there is also the creation of the several holes in the ozone layer. So in this lockdown period, when the people they compelled to live inside the room due to the spreading of the COVID-19, we can say it is one of the positive side which has reduced the pollution rate. And due to that reason, the condition of the stratosphere has developed, or the repairing it got the chance of repairing itself, where the holes has been created little bit, I think so. Next one, we are coming to the mesosphere. What is mesosphere? This is the third layer of the atmosphere. It lies above the stratosphere, extends up to the height of 80 km. Meteorites burn in this layer on entering from the space. Now try to understand each and every layer. They are very much important to us. Why they are very much important to us? Already we have got the concept in the troposphere life can exist due to the availability of life-saving gases, due to the availability of the dust particles. It also leads to the rainfall. There is also climatic change in the troposphere. In the stratosphere we have got indirectly it is also giving us a chance to sustain the life by restricting the sun rays, by restricting the entry of the very much harmful section of the sun rays. Now in the mesospheric portion we are also seeing that when the meteors, when the such materials, those which are eventually rotating in the universe, rotating in the solar system, when they enters into the atmosphere of the earth, they usually burn. And where they used to burn? They used to burn in this section where the mesosphere is located. The mesosphere lies above the stratosphere. It extends up to, what is the extension? It is extends up to the further 80 kilometer. Look at, it is also given the 80 kilometer here. So you can easily understand the extension of it, that is extends up to 80 kilometer. And temperature 80 kilometer in this layer, once again temperature starts decreasing. Well, in one layer we are seeing that the temperature is increasing, in one layer another, the next one temperature is decreasing. So first troposphere, what we have seen, in the troposphere we have seen there is de decrease of the temperature in each and every 165 meter increase of the height. Next one in the stratosphere we have seen there is decrease of the temperature. Next one in the mesosphere we are getting once again what once again the increasing of temperature. Temperature starts decreasing with the increase in the altitude and reaches up to minus 100 degrees Celsius. So what is we used to get there is that gradual increase of the temperature in the stratosphere. Once again we are seeing that with the increase of the height there is decrease of the temperature. What we are seeing here, we are seeing that the temperature may reach up to the minus 100 degrees Celsius in the boundary between the thermosphere and the mesosphere. The upper limit of mesosphere is known as the mesopause. What is mesopause? That is the boundary between the thermosphere and mesosphere. The ionosphere is located between 800 to 400 kilometer above the mesopause. Means now we are going to the next layer, that is known as the thermosphere. So in the thermosphere what we are getting, in the thermosphere we are getting there is location of the ionosphere. What is the meaning of ionosphere? Why it is referred as also the ionosphere? The ion particles, electrically charged particles, they are also present. So look at according to a textbook, what is the characteristics of the thermosphere? In thermosphere, temperature rises very rapidly with increasing height. So already I have told you that in one section there is the increasing of the temperature, another section there is decreasing of the temperature. So it is going on step by step. Each and every layer we are getting that the differentiation. Ionosphere, part of this layer, it extends between 880 to 400 kilometer. This layer helps the radio transmission. Now the question, what is the importance to our life? Radio transmission, that radio wave, they usually get reflected from here. In fact, radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth in this layer due to the presence of electronically charged particles. And hence this is known as the ionosphere. Electrically charged particles, they are present, that is why it is referred as what? It is referred as the ionosphere. The radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. Temperature here starts increasing with height. Thermosphere, when we are saying about the thermo, obviously it is saying us about what? It is saying about the increasing of the temperature once again. So what we are saying here, we are saying that the increasing of temperature once again in this section. The uppermost layer of the atmosphere, above it, it is known as the exosphere. Now we are going to the exosphere. What is exosphere? We will discuss about it. The uppermost layer of the atmosphere is known as the exosphere. This layer has a very thin air. Light gases like helium and hydrogen float into the space from here. Now, exosphere, this is the highest layer, but very little known about it. We also know about this exosphere very little. There are extremely rarefied in this layer and gradually merges with the outer space. So after this exosphere, we usually see the starting of outer space. So what we have learned today? We have learned about the different layers, means we have discussed about the structure, in which manner nature has created the atmosphere condition that we have learned. So once again, what questions may be asked from this particular portion? The difference between troposphere and stratosphere may be asked. Next one, stratosphere and mesosphere may be asked, or mesosphere with the stratosphere may be asked. What is the similarity between the troposphere and the mesosphere? That may be also asked. So this question is little bit different. What is the What is the similarity between the troposphere and mesosphere? What is the similarity?